Good morning. Welcome to the Super Capone Zone. Today I'm going to show you how to make my favorite meal, sausage and cheese omelet. So I've got the sausage cooking on the stove. You can see I've got ground sausage meat. It is not brown and served, so I need to fully cook it. So this will probably take about 20 minutes in total. And when it's all cooked, I'll be back. Alright, so this has been cooking about 20 minutes now. It's so you can see it's starting to brown a little on some of the surfaces. So I've been flipping it here about every minute or two throughout the process. Oops, just dropped a piece. So I'm going to put this onto a plate with some paper towels to absorb a lot of the grease and fat, because there's a lot of it, because this is just straight up ground pork meat. Then we're going to switch over pans to one that's more conducive for cooking eggs. Let that heat up for a minute. While that's heating, you can see I've got my stuff ready for making my eggs. So when I make eggs, got 2 eggs. I usually add just a little bit of milk to give it some texture. A lot of people argue they don't like it. I like it. That's what I'm doing. And I just whip them with the fork. And I like to go back and forth, because otherwise you get like this little spot where the eggs don't mix. But if you go back and forth, that little spot gets mixed in. Alright, that's mixed enough. Got to throw the bread in the toaster. And I got like a tablespoon of butter. Throw that in the pan now that it's a little warm, and spread it all around, up the sides. And then it's time for the eggs. So I like to continue scrambling as I put them in. Make sure you get every last drop. And then you'll notice my oven is a little out of level because the eggs all kind of slide to the back. So I'm going to rotate the pan to even that out here. But I don't stir them like you should for an omelet because it's only 2 eggs. It's not going to be that thick. Like I said, I'm going to turn the pan a little. And you see now they're flowing the other way. And it'll be a couple minutes before it's cooked enough that I can flip it. Now you can see it's getting a little close, but this side's getting more cooked than that side, so I'm just going to move the pan a little so that the heat is under the part that's a little undercooked. That's looking better. Now I'm going to flip, and when I flip, I usually go to the sink in case I get a little bit of splash so it doesn't end up on the floor. So flip. Now I put on my cheese, Munster cheese. I'm going to put on a little bit of this sausage I just cooked up. Right there in the middle. Look at that. Good stuff. And then flip the toast because it cooks faster on top than bottom. It's just about done. Just waiting on the toast. Doesn't have to cook very long on the second side because it was almost cooked all the way through. And this little browning there, I don't care. I'm not French. Toast is done. One piece there. Other piece there. Now here's my little secret ingredient. Fresh maple syrup. There's a couple maple syrup farmers right around the corner from me. So I just like to, when the toast is done, put a little bit on each piece. and it'll just soak right into the bread and then be amazing. Let's spread it around nicely. That was a little more than I usually put, but that's just going to make it that much more amazing. All right, turn the stove off, rotate this around a little, make sure it's not sticking, and then put half on, flop. Ooh yeah, look at that. That's a thing of beauty. And then I'm just going to top it with some ground pepper. Notice I did not butter the bread or salt any of this. There's enough butter in the pan and there's enough salt in the cheese and the sausage. And there's certainly enough sugar in the maple syrup. Good stuff. All right, so the only thing left to do is enjoy it. So here I am with my omelet. It's a little overcooked from what I usually do because the toast was taking longer than usual, but still looks very good. Still gonna taste good. I always cut it right between the toast so I can pick up the toast that one at a time and eat it. And let's taste it. Oh, see, and I love Munster cheese because it gets all stringy like that. Very good. Always is. Again, this is my favorite meal. I make it at least once or twice a week. And I hope you try it and enjoy. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.